Hello everyone, I'm Aylin. Just like every Thursday, we are here again this week with a new topic, which is the impact of building renovations on fire detection systems. So, this week's webinar, titled The Impact of Building Renovations on Fire Detection Systems, will address the critical effects of renovations, remodeling, and changes in the intended use of existing buildings on fire detection systems. So since renovations can alter room divisions, ceiling structures, or ventilation systems, maybe cabling infrastructure and equipment placement, the system's detection performance compliance with these standards, the EN54 standards, and reliability can be directly affected. So, in this webinar, we will discuss why fire detection systems need to be re-evaluated in building renovation projects and the key risks encountered on site. Also, how safety can be maintained through proper planning. Yes, as you can see, fire risks and system requirements change when the intended use of a room changes. So, the previous usage is a normal room and the smoke detector, the standard optical smoke detector, can be used. But the new usage is laundry room. So detector coverage areas may change when room divisions are altered. So suspended ceilings, raised floors, enclosed spaces, and new partitions can delay detection. Or changes in ventilation or air conditioning or airflow can affect the smoke reaching to the detector. And the manual call point, sounder, beacon, and also cable routing should be re-evaluated according to the new usage scenario. So even if this system appears to be working after the renovation, project compliance and detection effectiveness may be compromised. Yes, here the most common changes in renovations is illustrated. So architectural, mechanical, and electrical changes can affect the fire detection system. Yes, first of all, change in area usage. Second one is change in partition walls, change in ceiling structure, as I said before, or ventilation, airflow, and also electrical substructure and equipment placement. So changes made during renovation processes are often not limited to architectural arrangements. The intended use of the space, partition walls, ceiling structure, ventilation system, and electrical infrastructure and equipment placement can be also changed. So these changes directly affect the coverage area of the fire detection system, whether the detectors are in the correct location and whether the alarm scenarios are suitable for the new operating conditions. Therefore, at every stage of the renovation, the existing system must be re-evaluated according to the new architectural and technical conditions. Yes. So what changes during the renovation? So partition walls, ceiling structure, ventilation, electrical infrastructure. We talked about it. And technical effects, maybe detector coverage area may change, smoke movement may be affected, the cable routing and also the alarm scenario should be reviewed. The other important factor is common on-site faults. So detector location is not re-evaluated maybe, or devices are temporarily disabled. Maybe the call point and sounder become inaccessible, or the project documentation and tests are not updated. So, after the renovation, not only the system operation, but also its suitability for the new space layout must be checked. So in conclusion, architectural, mechanical, and electrical changes made during the renovation work can directly affect the placement of detectors, also their coverage areas, cable routing, manual call points, sounder and beacon locations, and also fire scenarios are critical. Yes, the other example, the previous usage is office room, office area, and the new usage is a boiler room. So these are completely different rooms, completely different usages. So when a space previously used as an office in a building is converted into a boiler room after the renovation, the risk profile of the environment completely changes. An area that could be considered low risk in office use becomes much more critical in terms of heat, flammable gas, or mechanical equipment, air circulation, and the density of the technical installations when converted into a boiler room. So this change may lead to the existing fire detection system being inadequate in terms of detector type or device placement. Also the alarm scenarios, of course, and as it was designed for the old operating conditions, such as we cannot use an standard optical smoke detector in the boiler room. We should use and more IP protected detectors maybe, or X-proof detectors. So especially in high-risk areas like boiler rooms, it is critical to choose detection solutions appropriate to the environmental conditions. So as I said before, use X-proof products when it's necessary and reevaluate the system according to the new structure of the space. Yes, as a result, building renovations should not be considered as physical changes in terms of fire detection systems. So changes in the intended use of a space, ceiling structure, partition walls, ventilation system, and electrical infrastructure and equipment placement directly affects the system detection performance. Therefore, after a renovation, the fire detection system must be re-evaluated according to the new risks, so such as detector type, device locations, cable routing, also alarm scenarios, and project documentation. So these are all must be updated according to the new usage, especially in high-risk areas such as boiler rooms. The use of appropriate detection solutions and, where necessary, the X-proof products is critical. It is for safe and accurate operation of the system. So the goal at the end of every renovation is not just to leave behind a functioning system, but to create a reliable, effective, safe fire detection system, suitable for the new operating conditions especially. Yes, that's all for today. Thanks for your participation. Next week we will be meet again at 11 a.m. See you.